Sugar, which many see as a simple daily pleasure, hides devastating effects most people are unaware of. And no, we're not just talking about weight gain. The problem goes much deeper. Sugar affects your brain, your joints, your skin, and even your immune system. It's like a silent enemy, lurking in foods that seem harmless but are transforming your body without you noticing. What's most surprising? Almost no one talks about it. While you keep thinking it's fine to consume that store-bought juice, granola bar, or even natural tea, sugar is taking over your body and creating issues that could cost you your health in the long run. Want to know exactly what's happening to your body? Get ready, because today you'll uncover the 10 problems sugar is causing that no one ever told you about. And the third one is jaw-dropping. Problem 10. Distorted taste. Did you know sugar is stealing your ability to truly savor life? Literally, consuming excess sugar makes your taste buds lazy, like spoiled children who only want sweets. Natural foods, like fresh fruits or vegetables, start to seem bland because your palate is already used to the overload of added sugar. In the US, it's common for products like bread and beverages to contain absurd levels of sugar, far beyond what's necessary. The worst part? It happens silently. You buy a bottle of iced tea thinking you're making a healthy choice, but surprise, it might contain more sugar than a soda. If this sounds like an exaggeration, start reading labels and brace yourself for a reality check. Research shows that continuous exposure to high sugar levels causes the brain to crave even sweeter stimuli to feel satisfied. A study conducted by Yale University revealed that sugar, by drugging our taste buds, not only distorts flavor perception, but also leads to the rejection of natural foods. The next time you eat an apple and find it bland, it might be sugar trying to sabotage your palate. But the worst is yet to come. When sugar dominates your diet, it doesn't stop at ruining your taste. It awakens uncontrollable cravings that go far beyond a simple desire. Problem 9. Uncontrollable craving for sweets. Have you noticed how it's nearly impossible to stop at just one chocolate or a single slice of cake? This isn't about lack of willpower, it's pure science. Sugar activates the same receptors in the brain as addictive drugs, such as dopamine and opioid receptors, which are responsible for feelings of pleasure and reward. This creates a vicious cycle. The more sugar you consume, the more your brain craves it. And believe it or not, this behavior starts early. When a child is rewarded with sweets for good behavior, they begin associating sugar with positive emotions. Studies prove that frequent sugar consumption alters brain function. Researchers at Princeton University observed that rats fed sugar-rich diets exhibited clear withdrawal symptoms, such as anxiety and irritability, when the sugar was removed. Now imagine the impact of this cycle on humans who are exposed to it from childhood. Skin problems. If you've been investing in expensive creams, treatments, and miracle products to combat acne or wrinkles, but still consume sugar frequently, it's time to sound the alarm. Sugar is one of the biggest villains when it comes to skin health. When consumed in excess, sugar destroys collagen and elastin, which are responsible for keeping your skin firm and youthful. The result? More acne, premature aging, sagging, and wrinkles that could have been avoided. It's like fast-forwarding your skin's aging clock without realizing it. Science backs this up. A study published in the Journal of the American Academy of Dermatology confirmed that diets high in sugar and ultra-processed foods significantly increase acne cases in adults. Additionally, they cause inflammation that damages the skin's natural barrier. You might use the best anti-wrinkle cream on the market, but if sugar continues to dominate your diet, your skin will be the first to pay the price. Problem 7. Tooth decay. When you consume sweets, sugary drinks, or even that seemingly innocent coffee with sugar, the bacteria in your mouth have a feast. They feed on sugar and release acids that erode tooth enamel, causing dreaded cavities and plaque. A fascinating study on indigenous diets revealed that in populations without sugar consumption, cavity rates were practically zero. In other words, sugar not only destroys enamel, but also disrupts the natural balance of oral microbiota. And here's the irony. Many foods disguised as healthy, like granola bars or flavored yogurts, hide sugars that sabotage your smile. If left untreated, cavities can lead to severe infections and even affect other systems in the body. A World Health Organization report highlights that oral health is directly linked to overall health, as infections in the mouth can spread to the heart and other organs. Want to avoid this? Start by eliminating excess sugar from your diet and replacing it with healthier options like fresh fruits. Remember, a healthy smile doesn't just depend on brushing your teeth, but also on what you put on your plate. Problem 6. Weight gain. When it comes to weight gain, sugar is a master of disguise. Unlike other nutrients, it sneaks into the body and becomes a true saboteur of metabolism. Fructose, a type of sugar found in sodas and sweets, is metabolized by the liver, and any excess is converted into fat. The result? Fatty liver, insulin resistance, and that stubborn number creeping up on the scale. But there's more. Frequent sugar consumption causes insulin levels to spike, storing more fat in the body, particularly around the abdominal area. In other words, that persistent love handle might be a direct result of too much sugar in your daily routine. A sugar-rich diet is directly linked to increased obesity rates and a higher risk of developing type 2 diabetes. As the body deals with constant glucose spikes, it loses its ability to metabolize sugar properly, creating a vicious cycle. Problem 5. Blood markers. When it comes to health, your blood test numbers don't lie. Excessive sugar consumption directly affects key markers: fasting glucose, hemoglobin A1C, and insulin levels. These paint a worrying picture. Insulin resistance, the gateway to type 2 diabetes. Picture this. Every time you consume a sugar-laden food, your blood glucose levels spike, and your pancreas works overtime to release insulin, the hormone that regulates this sugar. Over time, the body becomes resistant to insulin, leaving sugar circulating in the blood like an unwelcome guest, causing damage to vessels and organs. Studies published in the New England Journal of Medicine show that people with elevated A1C levels, a marker that reflects average blood sugar over the past 3 months, are at significantly higher risk for cardiovascular diseases. Moreover, insulin resistance is also linked to issues like hypertension, high cholesterol, and even the development of fatty liver. Problem 4. Frequent illnesses. Did you know sugar might be weakening your immune system without you realizing it? Excess sugar consumption directly competes with vitamin C in the body, which is essential for the proper function of immune cells. Here's how it works. Sugar and vitamin C use the same cellular receptors, but sugar wins the battle. The result? Your immune system becomes less efficient, leaving you more vulnerable to colds, flu, and frequent infections. Studies show that consuming 100 grams of sugar, the equivalent of a large soda and a dessert, can reduce white blood cells' ability to fight bacteria by up to 50% for 5 hours. This means if sugar intake is constant, your immune system never gets a chance to recover. And let's face it, who enjoys being stuck in a cycle of colds, feeling tired, or dealing with recurring infections? Problem 3. Mood and energy swings. Have you ever felt an energy boost right after eating something sweet, only to be hit with sudden fatigue and unexplained irritability? That's sugar for you, a roller coaster for your mood and energy. When you consume sugary foods, your blood sugar spikes quickly, creating a false sense of vitality. But that joy is short-lived. Within minutes, your blood sugar crashes, leaving you feeling weak, tired, and even grumpy. The worst part? To cope with this drop, your body craves more sugar, and the vicious cycle begins again. Studies from Yale University show that the sharp blood sugar fluctuations caused by sugar consumption directly impact the brain's neurotransmitters, such as serotonin and dopamine, which regulate mood and well-being. This explains why many people feel more irritable or anxious when they consume too much sugar. Now, imagine the daily impact. Difficulty concentrating, constant fatigue, and even unnecessary arguments at work or home. Problem 2. Abdominal bloating. That bloated feeling that appears out of nowhere, even after a seemingly light meal? Sugar might be the silent culprit. It feeds harmful gut bacteria, causing an imbalance in the intestinal microbiota, a condition known as dysbiosis. This imbalance leads to increased gas production and damages the intestinal lining, leaving you with that constant sense of bloating and discomfort. On top of that, processed sugary foods often come with inflammatory ingredients, like trans fats, which only make things worse. Research shows that sugar-rich diets are directly linked to the overgrowth of fungi like Candida albicans and harmful gut bacteria. This imbalance creates systemic inflammation, which not only causes bloating but can also interfere with nutrient absorption. Problem 1. Muscle and joint pain. Excessive sugar consumption triggers systemic inflammation in the body, which accumulates in the joints and tissues, causing discomfort and even degenerative diseases like arthritis and osteoarthritis. Research published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition shows that sugar-rich diets significantly increase inflammatory markers in the body, such as C-reactive protein, CRP. These inflammatory processes not only exacerbate muscle pain, but also accelerate joint wear, reducing overall quality of life. Now, imagine living every day with pain that could have been avoided. Want to start changing this? Cutting back on ultra-processed foods and adopting a healthy, antioxidant-rich diet can be the first step toward easing your discomfort. Now, did you know that some people are using bay leaf tea as their secret to a more efficient metabolism? Want to find out how? Click on the screen now to learn more. That's it for today's video. Take care, and see you next time.